At the age of 6, I was sold in Belgium in what turned out to be a vast network of high-profile pedophiles.
Liberation Prison Yoga is a not-for-profit organization that was born out of Anneke Lucas's own experience with trauma and healing. The organization currently holds weekly programs inside New York's jails and prisons, and Anneke has trained 35 teachers with her trauma-conscious model.
As a child who had been sold into this ring, my life really wasn't worth anything. I was treated as subhuman and used for sex, and I could be used for anything though. And children didn't necessarily survive. So I lived through the worst trauma imaginable, and also witnessed horrors. But, you know, I did everything in school. There were a lot of sports that were offered after hours in school, and so I just did whatever I could. It kept me away from home because my mother was a perpetrator. And after I'd left home, I then tried yoga as a physical practice. I just felt I found my physical therapy. Just to be able to be present inside my own body had been very difficult before. It took many years, but I knew that this was the way. There are the people who are already in a traumatized situation, but also often with a history of trauma, and I felt suddenly extremely useful, like I have something to offer here. I always had to overcome a lot of obstacles every time I was going to a yoga class as a survivor of severe trauma. I was really surprised that teachers would just come and put their hands on me, for example, without even asking. And it felt really unsafe. And as a survivor of sexual abuse, to be in a downward-facing dog in front of somebody else, I didn't feel comfortable. I wish I could have had, would have had my back to the wall or something.
How about bring my right leg up first, and then I'm going to bring my left up. Okay, I'm going to keep my knees bent and stay holding on.
We don't use any commands. And in prison, you can imagine, that's what you hear all day long. I could speak in the first person, say, I'm going to put my right foot forward, or I could say, if this feels okay to you right now, you could put your right foot forward.
How about stretching the arms overhead? Taking any precaution you need.
I started this class about 3 months ago to learn to do something different, get some inner peace, learn to deal with my anxiety, my depression. And instead of taking medication, I use a lot of my breathing techniques that I learn in yoga throughout my day, and I meditate.
Whatever we observe, our practice in yoga is to just accept ourselves through the physical postures and the breathing, entering into the body and allowing ourselves to be wherever we are. Once I was teaching inside a prison, it was really gratifying to be able to share what is generally not available for the poor, who need it the most, spreading that 30 years put together of healing in a comprehensive curriculum. And a lot of the women, in the jails particularly, a lot of the women have a background of sex trafficking as well. A lot of times they were raised in the foster care system and they were trafficked right by their foster parents. And sexual abuse is rampant. We actually do trainings right in this space, in Bowery Yoga, every few months. We want to bring our yoga teacher training inside the prison so that people can get certified there and they can leave being certified yoga teachers, or they can teach inside. And we also work with our population in re-entry. So we have had several partnerships with re-entry organizations, and then we have our own class on the outside. That's a community class that applies the same model.
Before I come in, I'm tired sometimes, some days. I'm anxious. And when I leave, I'm energized and I'm at peace.
People have told us, you know, the greatest variety of wonderful things, from you know, improvement with sleep, because it's hard to sleep on those mattresses in jail. We had a small study done, by the way, by the Department of Corrections, and they found that the greatest increase with the women was in self-esteem. So that's kind of the point. That's great. That's exactly what the program's designed for, is to increase self-esteem, because that's the basis for everything that's to follow.
I look forward to it every week, just to come and have a clear head and have some peace and escape from being in there, you know, to not be in prison. Takes you out of here for a little while.